Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Welcome to Accelerated Health Radio and TV. I'm your host, Sarah Banta. I'm a health coach, natural supplement expert, and a busy mama of three. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below so you are notified every week of my new podcast, Mondays and Tuesdays. And if you haven't already, join the free group coaching on Telegram. It's free. There's no downside with the link below. I teach you on a daily basis with tips and tools to enhance your health, and you'll be a part of a like-minded group to support you on your journey, in addition to truly taking control of your health. Today, we are going to be talking about Candida, something that so many people have and they don't know that they do, and it's causing all of these unexplained symptoms. So we're going to go through all of that, like toe infections, a skin rash, unexplained weight gain. It could be stemming from a fungal infection on the inside of your body and trying to escape out through the skin. Candida is one type of fungal infection that can overtake the body if it's left untreated. If you have any questions, you can definitely put your question in the group chat. I'm happy to answer those at the end. Candida albicans is the most common type of yeast infection found in the mouth, the intestinal tract, and the vagina. And it may also affect skin and other mucous membranes. And if the immune system is not functioning optimally, the yeast infection can grow and become more serious. Then it can migrate to places including the blood, the membranes around the heart, or brain, causing more serious Candida symptoms. So what is it? Can it be beneficial? Candida is a fungus that helps with nutrient absorption and digestion when it's in proper levels in the body. We need viruses, we need bacteria, we need fungus, we need all of these things in our body. It's just we don't want one to get out of too much in the body, overtaking the rest of the microbiome. So in the ecosystem of microbiome, there's that healthy balance of bacteria, fungus, viruses, and more. And the Candida is the most common fungal resident in the human gut microbiome, with hundreds of bacterial species. And the bacteria and the fungus, like the Candida, have an interdependent relationship, as long as they're all in that proper balance, and the immune system is keeping that balance under control. So you need a strong immune system to keep all of those things in check. Under certain conditions, the Candida can shift from a commensal organism to pathogenic. And when this occurs, there's too much Candida, and then symptoms of that Candida overgrowth appear. In the digestive tract, it can break down the walls of the gut, which we've talked about a lot, is called a leaky gut. This allows the Candida and other substances to penetrate into the bloodstream. And as a result, toxins will be released, leading to that leaky gut. So when the pH is off, the Candida yeast may grow out of control, leading to a more systemic problem. And this leads to the Candida overgrowth syndrome, which is a chronic health condition. As a result, you actually might have new sensitivities or allergies or intolerances that you never had before. Oh my gosh, I can't eat mushrooms anymore. I used to and had no problem. Those types of things could be caused by Candida. The causes of Candida overgrowth. Okay, number one, antibiotics. And, you know, there is a place for antibiotics in a serious condition, but I truly believe most conditions you do not need them. So really take a hard look at when you are about to take those antibiotics and if there's an alternative. So one of the downsides to antibiotics is they don't just kill the bad bacteria, but they kill the good bacteria too. And then the microbiome is out of balance, right? So then the good bacteria can keep the Candida under control. And when we don't have that good bacteria keeping the microbiome balanced, the antibiotics lead to a breeding ground for Candida. Next is the birth control pills. Birth control pills themselves don't directly cause a yeast infection, but combining that with a diet high in refined sugars and carbs, combined with antibiotics, birth control can trigger yeast infections. Oral corticosteroids, those treating asthma with corticosteroid inhalants, increase the risk of developing candida in the mouth, which then will lead to a systemic candida overgrowth. My daughter Michaela had asthma as a child, and we would do the inhalants and we would have that problem. Now, with not alternative supplements for asthma and actually boosting her immune system with the Accelerated Silver and with some other supplements and keeping the sugar and the processed foods to a minimum, she doesn't have asthma anymore. It's amazing when you can actually reverse those situations. And so there's no need for the asthma inhalants. But that it can be one of the causes of candida. Cancer treatments. Now, according to a study, candida can become invasive in cancer patients and present serious complications. And why? Well, the chemotherapy and radiation both work to kill the cancerous cells in the tumors, but they also kill off the good, healthy bacteria. So kind of the same situation as the antibiotics. Diabetes and insulin resistance. Sugar levels in the mouth and other mucous membranes are higher in diabetics and those with insulin resistance, which most people have some level of insulin resistance right now. Because candida is a type of yeast and sugar feeds yeast, the excess sugar in the body helps candida to survive and grow. And to make matters worse, usually a person with insulin resistance is eating a diet high in sugar, which will further feed the fungus. So that's why we'll talk about what you need to eat and stay away from in a little bit on the diet. But obviously, I'm going to be talking about sugar. Next, foods with mold. Foods including mushrooms, grapes, peas tend to have mold. I'm even talking about pea protein, corn, things with corn syrup. Obviously, corn syrup is not good for you, but corn itself has mold. So these can trigger candida to grow in the body significantly. And then grains, starches, and sugars. As I mentioned, these foods all break down into simple sugars that feed candida. So what are the symptoms of candida overgrowth? What should you be looking for? Intestinal issues, symptoms like continual flatulence and burping and bloat and constipation, diarrhea, cramps, they all may be caused by an imbalance of gut microbiome and too much candida, which then leads to dysbiosis and leaky gut. Right? Okay, next, sinus infections. Candida does affect the sinuses and can lead to persistent cough, postnasal drip, congestion, allergies, flu-like symptoms. But if you are someone that gets sinus infections a lot, you might want to look at your candida exposure and if that could be part of your issue. Brain fog. Candida can lead to a lack of focus, poor physical coordination, and difficulty in concentration. I know most people have brain fog, and there could be from a lot of different things that we've talked about in the past, but candida would be one of them as well. And if you think about all chronic disease, it seems like there's a domino effect, right? So candida might be something that you have in addition to your insulin resistance, in addition to a suppressed immune system, in addition to hormonal imbalances. Once you start getting things on track, it seems that all of these things start to go away. Well, what else? Mood disorders, just like the brain fog, but candida overgrowth can lead to dramatic mood swings, anxiety, irritability, depression, and even panic attacks. Skin and nail fungus infections, athlete's foot, and fungal infections on the skin are common yeast infections, and they stem from a strain of candida. Recurring infections may be a sign that you have a systemic issue. Hormonal imbalances. A candida infection can cause early menopause, PMS, low libido, migraines, endometriosis, water retention, mood swings, and weight gain. Now, something that I mentioned in the group chat yesterday was that it was a new moon. The new moon, the full moon, those are times when parasites come out to play and they play with the viruses. And a lot of people retain water. I actually had a migraine yesterday. Could that be a sign of Candida? Maybe. Water retention it happens during a time of the full moon and the new moon. Well, that could be that the parasites and Candida are out and playing and wreaking more havoc on the body than normal. So these are things to look out for. Next would be reoccurring vaginal or urinary tract infections. Candida can be sexually transmitted as well. Something to think about. A lot of women take antibiotics for their UTIs. Well, those antibiotics kill the weaker bugs, and then the stronger bugs just go higher and higher in the urinary tract, and then they have recurring infections. Well, that Candida is part of that issue, and it just gets stronger and stronger. Oral thrush. This is a yeast infection caused by a strain of Candida that affects other mucous membranes like the vagina, and it's often caused by the use of prednisone or other oral corticosteroids. So what are the Candida die-off symptoms? So here you are, you know you've got Candida and you're wanting to kill it. And then you're going to suffer. Then this is called the die-off symptoms. So a lot of people start doing a protocol and then they quit because it's no fun. Some of the die-off symptoms: headache, fatigue, dizziness, impaired brain function, intestinal distress, including bloat, gas, constipation, and nausea, sweating, sinus infections, skin breakouts, flu-like symptoms. So what I did is I wanted to come up with a program or a protocol where you can kill off the Candida without suffering the die-off symptoms. And I came out with the Accelerated Candida Cleanse Protocol. It is designed to not only kill off the Candida overgrowth effectively, but minimize any die-off symptoms. Well, the Candida is the most common fungal pathogen that causes Candida overgrowth, or the C. albicans, causes Candida overgrowth in humans, and it can colonize in the skin, the mucosal surfaces of most healthy individuals. And the Accelerated Candida Cleanse supports that healthy fungus balance in the gut by promoting that proliferation of the good bacteria that competes with the Candida, while limiting the Candida in the gut and actually healing leaky gut as well. And the gold star of this cleanse is the MegaMycoBalance. I am taking this right now myself, just as a protocol to make sure that I am on top of my Candida and the foreign pathogens in my body. It's formulated with undesolenic acid and bee propolis to support that healthy yeast and fungal balance. Undesolenic acid is an organic fatty acid derived from castor bean oil that supports a healthy balance of yeast in the gut. Now, what's funny about the castor oil is that I have the accelerated scalar castor oil, and I actually mix that on my skin with the Acceleradine iodine. Both are antibiotic, antiviral, antifungal. So I'm doing that to not only kill off the bacteria on my face for any, acne issues or zits or blackheads, those types of things. It's great for teenagers, but also to help with just the smoothness of my skin and the hydration. But castor oil is known to help with foreign pathogens and yeast as well. So the MegaMycoBalance supports that healthy balance of vaginal flora as well by restoring the balance to the intestinal area. The undesolenic acid inhibits formation of germ tubes, thus restricting the growth of the Candida. And the bee propolis is known for its antifungal properties and has been studied for its ability to inhibit the yeast proliferation in the gut. So it's really important to start out with this. You start with one soft gel daily, with or without your food, but then you increase that to 6 pills a day. And next is the Mega IgG 2000. This is something that me, who suffers from gut issues, that is my Achilles heel always, I will be taking the Mega IgG 2000 daily with or without this protocol. It's been shown to reduce gut permeability, improve intestinal absorption. It's a serum derived that has a high binding affinity for a variety of endo and exotoxins secreted by microorganisms. And in today's world, we are being bombarded by toxins in our food supply, even in our organic food supply. I feel like you're constantly needing to make sure that the food poisons, the E. coli, the salmonella, they're under control. And the spiked protein has wreaked havoc on our bodies. Even if you had great digestion all of your life, we've all been exposed to the spiked protein, and that is going to trip up gut pathogens and increase the amyloid proteins and the amyloids in our gut, which is going to cause more propensity to have leaky gut. The Mega IgG 2000 is just kind of this really gentle supplement that soaks up all of those bad guys to take away that threat. And it's just a really gentle way to do it on a daily basis. So I love it. I take it daily. It supports that healthy mucosal immune system and helps maintain the healthy gut barrier. I just do 1 scoop a day. Next is the RestorFlora. Now, with probiotics in general, you have to be careful because a lot of probiotics are full of just a few strands, and then they can overpopulate the gut with just a couple strands and not have a nice microbiome balance between the whole ecosystem with the viruses, the bacteria, the fungus, the candida, all in a nice community, right? So what's different is RestorFlora goes after that candida. It's a combination of clinically studied friendly probiotic yeast and probiotic bacteria that offers digestive support with an advanced dual action approach. So it helps to maintain the intestinal environment in a very safe way against that candida. It has the ability to effectively colonize the digestive tract to provide immune support. So what does it do? It balances the intestinal flora, promotes intestinal health, helps with bowel movements, aids in digestion, helps with the body's detoxification process, helps with the immune system, and maintains regularity. So you just need 1 capsule a day with a meal. And you don't actually start that right away with this cleanse. You start that week 3. Next is the Acceleradine. Now, one more thing that this amazing supplement does, in addition to increasing your energy at the cellular level and improving thyroid health, Acceleradine is antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, anti-inflammatory, anti-parasitic. It will help cleanse the body of candida and parasites while also detoxing the body of radiation and heavy metals. It increases ATP, which is true cellular energy, by 18 times. This increases metabolism, caloric burn, brain function, physical performance, wound healing, fat burning, healthy apoptosis, which is the destruction of diseased cells. Now, remember, I was talking about brain fog and mood issues. Acceleradine opens that brain, opens the pineal gland, clears out the toxins that cause the brain fog, kills the foreign pathogens that are causing the brain fog, right? So the ATP is true cellular energy, and when that ATP increases, energy and fat oxidation increase. Acceleradine also helps improve metabolism and the physical energy by supplying that necessary iodine for thyroid hormones in all 100 trillion cells of the body. It is also imperative that you are taking Acceleradine to reverse the damage done to the DNA by the mRNA and spike protein. As the thyroid is functioning better with the Acceleradine and the ATP is maximized, the immune system provides the body's able to fight those pathogens like candida more effectively. So if your body is weak and it has no energy, how is it going to fight these foreign pathogens, let alone have the energy to function? Acceleradine is the only monoatomic form of iodine that has 100% absorption and is enhanced with that scalar frequency to detox the cells from toxins, radiation, and heavy metals. So you start with 3 drops in water 3 times a day on an empty stomach, but then you're going to increase to by 1 drop per dose per day until you get to 25 drops 3 times a day. And it's best if you follow it 15 minutes later with a pinch of the accelerated ancient salt on your tongue or in your water. That has 62 minerals. It hydrates the cells. It gets everything functioning better. Your energy comes from electrolytes. It does not come from food. So something to think about when you are taking in that accelerated ancient salt. Next is the accelerated silver. This supplement is amazing. I know going into the flu season that I will not get sick because of this supplement. Accelerated scalar silver is enhancing your immune system's ability to devitalize those foreign pathogens, including those that contribute to the Candida overgrowth and leaky gut. By it helping keep your immune system strong, the body engages in those anti-inflammatory processes, and it can do what it's supposed to do. And it lets you also have the energy at the cellular level along with the Acceleradine to boost that immune system, keep those foreign pathogens in the proper dosage, in the proper balance in the gut microbiome. Next is the accelerated cellular detox powder. This is key for any die-off symptoms, whether it's Candida or something else that you are detoxing from. The accelerated cellular powder will soak up the Candida die-off and the toxins and effectively remove them through the intestines. The combination of 6 organic ingredients helps soak up the toxins that you're detoxing from, taking the burden off the liver and the kidneys. Our liver and kidneys are not meant to detox the amount of toxins they are bombarded with. So that detox powder helps soak them up, carry them through the intestines and the colon and out with your bowel movements. It helps soak up the heavy metals, the insecticides, toxins, and radiation as well. So you just take 1 to 2 teaspoons at night before bed with water. Doesn't taste good, doesn't taste bad, tastes like dirt. I always say just put it in a glass of ice water with a little lemon or apple cider vinegar and maybe some sweetener, and it tastes great, and it's great for helping with your sleep as well. So that is the cleanse, but what I recommend in adding to that is the accelerated keto. Why? Why is it important to be on the accelerated keto when you have Candida? Number 1, those little buggers feed off of sugar. And when they feed off of sugar, they are going to make your cravings go skyrocket until you feed them that sugar, right? So we need to cut our sugar cravings somehow. The accelerated keto is putting you into ketosis within 30 minutes. And what does that do? That ketosis triggers detoxification, starves the Candida, helps you intermittent fast, which is starving the Candida, suppresses your cravings for sugar, heals that leaky gut that you have, reduces the inflammation, and reverses most chronic disease while you're at it. So when you couple that with intermittent fasting and a low-carb diet, the Candida is starved, the body increases its ATP production, clears those detoxification pathways, which we need to clear out so we can now clear out the Candida die-off. It mobilizes liver fat and visceral fat, which is the belly fat that we need to get rid of and very dangerous, cleanses the liver, supports healing, and improves the immune system. All you do, take 3 to 4 pills in the morning and fast until you're hungry. Stick to a low-carb diet for at least most of the day. And if you do incorporate carbs, have them with your dinner or after dinner to blunt the rise in blood sugar, and stick to whole foods like sugar or like fruits and sweet potatoes, those type of carbs. That will help with your Candida die-off symptoms and also just getting rid of it out of the body. Next is the Megaspore probiotic. Now, this is a very specific probiotic that's been shown to help that healthy gut barrier and immune function, the biphasic life cycle of the spores allows them to remain dormant through the track until it gets to the place it needs to do its job. So it goes through the harsh environments until it reaches its more favorable environment, like the human gastrointestinal tract. And then once it's there, once it's inside that large intestine, these dormant spores can change into their active vegetative forms and begin colonizing in the gut. Now, they're smart. They've got brains. They know what the gut needs. So it will look around and say, we need more of this. We need more of that. It then reconditions the gut instead of reseeding the gut with probiotic strains that cannot survive digestion or colonize the gut. So that is what is so different about the Megaspore. I take this daily, 1 or 2 a day, with or without food, very easy to take and fit into your daily routine. So what other supplements can help eliminate the Candida naturally? The glutathione patch. These are the stem cell patches like this one here, help your body produce whatever it's trying to do. So as far as the glutathione patch, it is making your body produce its own glutathione. Glutathione is the master antioxidant, detoxifier, immune booster, protects the brain. It helps detox the body from the toxins and lead to improved and quicker results. It increases glutathione by 300% in 24 hours. When it's worn with the X39 patch, the glutathione production increases to 400%. It is also antiviral and great for infections. So it's great for your immune system, helps support liver detoxification. We need all the detox support we can get when we are detoxing from the Candida to minimize the side effects. So I wear this daily. You can wear it at day or night for 12 hours. When you are wanting to order the patches and you go to my website, sarabantahealth.com, if you have any questions on ordering, just email me through the website. It's not so quick and easy, but I can help you out with the ordering process. Next is the X39 patch. This is a stem cell activation patch. It activates your own stem cell production by elevating GHK copper peptide for regeneration and repair. So we need copper in our body. Accelerated scalar copper is now available. So that is providing the backbone peptide for all of these stem cell activation patches. If you are doing these patches, you need to be taking the accelerated scalar copper. It has no side effects compared to all the other coppers on the market. 99% absorption rate. Most copper supplements only have 5% absorption rate. So you get what you pay for out there on the market. So when you're doing the X39, it is important to be doing the accelerated scalar copper. But this peptide resets 4,000 genes to a younger state in your body. Well, what does that mean when you're fighting Candida? That means your body is detoxing from Candida much quicker, as if you were your 20-year-old self. So it is a tricky thing to do. And the X39 patch is helping make that process more seamless. It also helps with sleep, energy, softer skin, and wrinkles. All of the anti-aging, or actually reverse aging processes, are activated with the X39 patch. Next is the Accelerated Liver Flush Kit. This is part of the Ascent Diet Cleanse. And why do I do that? Because the Ascent Diet Cleanse incorporates the Acceleradine, the accelerated keto, to give you the energy to cut the sugar cravings, to get you in a really good place and start cleansing the liver before you actually do the liver flush kit, because we need to cleanse our livers 3 to 4 times a year. And not just for processing the die-off symptoms from the Candida, but also increasing metabolism, our immune system, anti-aging mechanisms, fat burning, that happens in the liver, your thyroid health, that happens in the liver. Everything is tied to the liver. We need a strong liver and a clean liver to metabolize the fats and the proteins that we are eating as well. So why we need that liver flush kit for that candida is because most candida issues are caused by antibiotics, cancer treatments, prescription drugs. The liver may be suffering from all of those things. As a result, the liver detox pathways can be backed up, leading to estrogen dominance and toxic overload. So with just 2 weeks of preparation, you're just taking a couple extra pills during the day, you're able to flush out hundreds of gallstones and liver stones out of the body. That's inhibiting the proper optimal liver detoxification from heavy metals, radiation, and all the toxins. So what else can we do with our lifestyle, right? That is free, that is in totally your control, that you can be doing today as soon as we finish this. Number one, intermittent fasting. When you're intermittent fasting, candida is starved and the body can engage in the autophagy, cleaning out the bad cells, reducing inflammation, and killing that candida. When you're taking the accelerated keto, the cravings for the sugar and carbs are minimized and the body's using its own fat for energy. And this leads to high energy while you're detoxing from the candida, which is usually associated with low energy, feeling hangry, brain fog, all of those bad symptoms. So the intermittent fasting and accelerated keto puts you in that place where you feel great while you're doing this. Eliminate the sugar, the grains, alcohol, and the carbs. These foods feed candida and encourage the growth throughout the system. So as much as you can eliminate these, do it. You can focus on that wild animal protein. The wild animal protein like the bison, the lamb, the elk, deer, wild fish, organic eggs, they are the most nutrient-dense foods without the amyloid proteins that are going to trip up the gut pathogens. Remember, we talked about amyloids. So the amyloids are in chicken and conventional beef, pork, even turkey. So eliminating those foods with the amyloid proteins that can trip up an overgrowth of candida or other bad gut pathogens. We're focusing on the wild animal proteins like the bison, the lamb, elk, and deer, wild fish, organic eggs. Those are going to give you those strong nutrients. They're going to feed your bones, your tissues, your muscles, your brain, everything without any of the plant poisons that can come from some of the vegetables. And it has none of the sugar. It also boosts the immune system and boosts the thermogenic effect in the body where you're actually burning extra heat or creating extra heat from digesting those amyloid those proteins, the animal proteins. So for every 100 calories that you eat, 25 of those calories are just burned off from the thermic effect of it. So it's you can eat as much wild animal protein as you want. So go binge on that and focus on that as you are craving or trying to suppress the cravings for the sugar and the carbs. Next, you want to eat the warm foods. Warm foods encourage the gut to heal as they nourish the spleen. The spleen is the battery pack for the digestive system. So I always think about it's the spleen is on right under your ribs up there or a little bit below on the left side. That is your battery pack. We need to keep it strong for digestion for the whole digestive system. If you're eating cold foods, cold drinks, that will actually kind of freeze up the whole digestive system and the spleen, and that can disrupt the microbiome as well. So if there are any questions, you can always put them in the group chat in Telegram. And let me see if there are any questions here. Just saying thank you. I enjoy my salt, Acceleradine, and silver, and I tell everyone about it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much, and all of the referrals, because I am only one person and I can't save the world myself. I need your help. So please share these episodes and please share them with your friends and family. They can start learning. Join the free group coaching. When you join that free group coaching, you're not obligated to anything but learning. And thank you for joining me today. If I can help you with your health issues, you can contact me directly through the website, sarahbantahealth.com. I am happy to put together a protocol for you. And that free group coaching link is below for Telegram. I teach you on a daily basis with tips and tools to enhance your health. And you're going to be a part of a like-minded group to support you on your journey, in addition to truly taking control of your health. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram under Accelerated Health Products, and across over 100 channels under Accelerated Health Radio and TV, including YouTube, Stitcher, Pandora, iTunes, whatever podcast platform you subscribe to. If you like what you hear today, please hit the subscribe button and share with a few of your friends who may need my help. And you can join us every week, Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific time and Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. You can find the supplements and many of the informational videos at sarahbantahealth.com. Use coupon WELCOME10 for 10% off site-wide. Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time with John Gray.